Hello everyone, it's Dalton again, and today we're going to be looking at various add-ons that will assist you with your role-playing. I'll be putting a link to each of these add-ons in the description, and without further ado, let's get to work. The first add-on I want to show you is Total Roleplay 3, or TRP3 for short. It is by far the most detailed roleplay add-on on the market at the moment, but that does not mean I will focus solely on it. So, with TRP3 you get a bunch of options to work with. It can seem overwhelming at first, but let me get through a couple of things with you. This is the profile of my Worgen Druid. From here you can see his name, his title, his race, his class, his age, and some other information. And let me go ahead and open up the edit panel. In the edit panel, you can type in your character's full name and their title. For the title, there are a couple of options. You can either put your title in this bar, which will sometimes make your name longer, or in this bar to keep it out of the way for when you talk. The picture next to your name can also be changed. Just click on it in the edit panel and you'll be given a lot of different options. You can even search by keywords. You can also change your displayed class. If I want to be something like a Flame Druid, I can put Flame Druid here instead of Druid. I can even change the color, which will make my name in-game a different color as well. You can also decide on your race here. Sometimes being called human is not enough. Some people like to be a Lordaeron human or a Stormwind human. It just adds to the diversity. Many Worgen prefer to be called Gilnean, as it is their country of origin. There's a lot of lore there that I am not going into for this video, but we will get into it sometime later. You can also decide on your age, your eye color, your height, body shape, and things like that. In additional information below, you have a couple of selections to choose from, such as nickname, house name, motto, and things like that. The images next to these items can be changed as well. Clicking on the image will open a search bar to find an image that best suits that piece of information, or you can make your own slot. Further below, you can also add personality traits. This will help people get a good feeling for your character before they interact with him. You have options like Chaotic Lawful, Chaste Lustful, Renegade Paragon, and you can even make your own, just like in additional information. This works like a point system. For example, the more gentle you are, you can add a point by hitting the plus symbol next to gentle. In the About tab here, you can mess with your character's description and personality in a lot more depth. There are a few backgrounds to choose from, like the Tauren background I have here, some templates to use, and images, just like the weather sunlight from the pet battles. Here you can put in all sorts of information about your character. I like to keep things short and sweet to leave some to the imagination, but others may prefer a lot of detail. I would recommend keeping history out of this slot. There's a space for it in the next screen, which I will get to momentarily. You can also add a theme song for your character up in the corner where it says Character Theme. Alright, now on to the Miscellaneous tab. From here, you can set up your At a Glance information. Just click on one of these 5 squares, Title, and describe the piece of information, select an image, make sure the checkbox is checked, and hit Apply. Anyone with TRP3 will be able to look at your character and say, oh hey, this character has this, this, and this. For example, let me click on my druid and show you. You see these 5 little bubbles at the bottom of the pop-up that say Feeble, Harvest Master, and Natural Ties. All 3 of these things have a description that will give others a general feel of my druid. Also in the Miscellaneous tab, you can decide on your RP frequency, such as are you always in character, sometimes in character, or always out of character. You can also decide on if you want to accept injury, death, romance, how you'd like to resolve your fights, and if you are in a guild in character or out of character. You can also fill in information about what your character is doing or feeling, and any other information you want to put. TRP3 comes with a little tab right here to help you change things easily. You have the option to show or hide your cloak, show or hide your helmet, status yourself as away from keyboard or do not disturb, decide if you are in character or out of character, and even change which profile you want to have. In some instances, you can even change your language. Some races have multiple languages, however Worgen and humans only have common. With TRP3, you have the option to scan for other roleplayers who have an active profile. Now the accuracy of this is a little bit wonky, but all you have to do is pull up the map and hit the button in the bottom left corner, then select Scan for Players. Additionally, you can add profiles for pets, mounts, mini-pets, and things like that. It is almost the exact same with your character, so give it a go. Now we can move on to My Roleplay. This add-on is a lot simpler and lighter, and good for if you are just starting out. There are a lot of similarities between the two add-ons. As you can see, there's space for your full name and title, your general descriptions, and things like that. Very basic information. However, a lot of cosmetic things are absent, such as the ability to decide on name colors, set a lot of at-first glance information, and things like that. Like I said, My Roleplay is a very simple add-on that many people use because they don't want to deal with all the extra things that TRP3 brings, which is 100% fine. It all depends on what makes you feel comfortable. Both of these add-ons are cross-compatible, which means someone can read your profile if you have a different add-on than they do. Some items may have an issue transitioning over, but you will not be left out of someone's RP because you'd use a different program. Now, as I'm sure you've noticed, my character histories are blank. I do that on purpose because people should take the time to learn the history of your character instead of knowing it right off by reading it. It also prevents a lot of drama, which I'll get into in the next video. There just really isn't much to cover for My Roleplay that we haven't already covered with TRP3, so let's go ahead and move on. The next add-on I want to talk about is called Whim, or WoW Instant Messenger. When someone whispers you or you whisper them, it keeps a nice little pop-up of the conversation and gives you some easy options to add them to friends, ignore them, or invite them, or get a feel for what zone they're in. You can even keep your conversation history, but that is eventually purged from your system. Another great add-on is Mogit. With this add-on, you can easily go through a list of items in-game and compile an RP outfit that will best suit your character. If you are looking for an individual item, you can even search for it. You can also save outfits you like and link them in chat. The thing with Mogit is that you have to individually load each of the modules, like one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, cloth, plate, mail, all that stuff. It can tax your system, but not unless you have every module open. I also recommend unlimited chat message, which will let you keep typing past the character limit. Posting is a different matter altogether, as sometimes it's just not accepted by the server, which can be a pain. Autoholic will also keep you in the loop if you're RPing on one character and there is an event about to start on another one. It also keeps you up to date on a whole bunch of other information, such as your level, if you have any mail coming in, or you have any mail in your mailbox when you last were on that character, if you have any auctions, and a whole bunch more information like that. You can also get Grivenheart items, or GHI for short, and create your own items. It's very complicated and some people use it for trolling, but these items can create buffs on your character, make characters say things, make them emote things, or even cause your screen to go hazy like you're drunk. The major downside to this add-on is the fact that the buffs can only be seen by other users of the add-on. The items can only be traded by other people who use the add-on as well. It is also a very heavy add-on, but not as heavy as TRP3. It is not a recommended add-on, but it is great if you want to play around and make some cool items. Finally, Add-on Control Panel is a great add-on that will help you increase your overall PC performance if you're having issues. You can go in and turn off each add-on that may be taxing your system. That's all for this video, guys. I want to go ahead and thank you for watching. Part 3 will be coming here in a few days, so go ahead and stay tuned. If you like the content, would like to go ahead and see more, or have any other, ideas for content, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, and I would definitely appreciate a subscribe if you don't mind. I want to go ahead and thank you for watching again. See you later.